Hello and welcome back everyone to iRacing Rush. We are once again racing at Indianapolis this week, but first off we're going to be doing something a bit different for iRacing Rush. For the first time, we will be racing Formula Fords, and I've always talked a big game before about all my wins in this division, so why not finally give this car its spotlight in this series. And we're at Tsukuba for this race. Definitely looks like a simple track, but it definitely knows how to catch you off guard if you're not careful. First lap right here. Ooh. Turn 1 braking zone can always be weird no matter what car you drive. Gonna have to fix that slide though on the next lap. See if I can gain any time back. Next few turns though felt great. Down the back straightaway. Last turn coming up, we're about to see what our lap time is. And our time is a 1:077. That's the fastest lap I think I've ever done here with a Formula Ford. Of course, they're officially called Formula F1600, but Formula Ford, a lot easier off the tongue. And the F does stand for Ford, so why not? Still in second, though. Marius with a 59.6, the only driver right now to get under a minute. Would be cool if I got just one lap under a minute. But let's see if we can improve through this last turn. No, just barely slow down. It's a .090, and we're gonna have to remain in second. Here we go. Lights are on. Try to prevent the wheel spin as best I can. Still on the inside. Take through the first turn carefully. These tires are still warming up. But we're in the lead at Tsukuba. I'm also still looking for my 100th career Formula Ford win. If we win here, not only is it a first win at Tsukuba, it will be 100 career Formula Ford wins. That would honestly be really cool. Running wide, that's not good. Damn it. Screwed it all up right there. And he's leaving me very little space on the inside while still at the same time backing off. I thought he was going to take me right there. Can't see much of a mirror. If we repeat that same mistake, I don't think he's going to be as friendly next time. We gotta prevent that. Oh, he's going to spin out. Marius spins out a second. So now it's Hector Aranzo in second. In third, Marco Clemente. And almost 2 seconds back there, so we have some time to breathe. Hopefully we can get this car back up to pace and pull away. You can see it right there, finally putting in a time under a minute. That's my first one that I've ever did. Going back to the relative, gap is just over 2 seconds. Marco Clemente has fallen back over a second behind Hector. Something happened to Zishan's son. He appeared for voice chat but didn't say anything. Oh no, this ain't good, this ain't good. What a save. So, guess his podium run is over. Hector and Marco sitting in second and third comfortably. I almost had a heart attack during that spin as well. I felt like it was going to go all the way around, but somehow I caught it just in time. Now reaching 3 laps to go. Marco Clemente is now under threat from Jonathan Muir. Gap is less than half a second between those two, and Hector is actually losing a lot of time. Almost 5 seconds behind me and is less than a second ahead of Marco, so it's about to be a real interesting fight for those spots down there. Final lap at Tsukuba. Nothing really interesting in these final few laps happening around us. But at least now we are just some amount of turns away from 100 Formula Ford wins on iRacing. Two more turns to go. Six seconds between me and Hector. Still a tight battle for third between Marco Clemente and Jonathan Muir. I'll definitely keep an eye on that. But through the final turn, weird shifting going on there, but it's checkered flag for 100 Formula Ford victories. And INDYCAR's first ever showing on iRacing Rush, we take home a win at Tsukuba. Looks like Hector takes home second, and then Marco Clemente takes home the podium. Jonathan Muir just barely missing out. It is finally time to start racing on the oval at Indy. Some handling changes though I've noticed to the Indy cars. For some reason, even in clean air, these cars have no grip in the turns, it feels like. You have to back out a lot just to make the turn, or max out the weight jacker, which is very weird. Never had this problem before. We'll see if anything changes into qualifying. Just in case there is a bit of tightness, I'm going to increase the weight jacker. 15 sounds good. Down to 10. Still feels a bit tight when I try to steer in. I don't get what's different about the handling model. Final lap right here. We're in second right now, but we still have to fight a 10th on Mason Piper. And I didn't like the entry there. I probably turned in too late. Onto the front straightaway. What are we going to get right here? 944. That's even worse. So we're going to have to hang on to second for now. Hopefully it doesn't get worse. Mason Piper's actually got a cool looking throwback scheme. One of those throwback schemes that Penske ran I think at last year's Indy 500 or something like that. I can't remember the exact year, but it looks really cool. We get to hang on to second though. Mason Piper's still getting in with a 38.751, and I once again have to I should explain why we're doing the oval at IMS rather than next week, which is the real Indy 500. For some reason, iRacing decided to host Indianapolis Oval a week earlier, which is weird because it should be Memorial Day weekend, not now, to do this. So that pretty much means we're not going to get like a double, if you will, of INDYCAR and NASCAR at Charlotte. We're just going to have to do INDYCAR today, and then next week we're going to do NASCAR Cup Series at Charlotte. Now we wait on the leader to go. Green flag, and he's actually going to go real slow entering the turn. Very unusual. I thought he got off to a great start. Using the slipstream off Jake here. Still trying to work that weight jacker. Her car is still handling funny. I was literally in front of a six when the caution came out. Why the hell is it telling me to stay behind? Why does iRacing love to screw me over at the point of caution? I literally see on the relative I'm ahead and they still put me behind him when the caution comes out. Pace car is coming back in. Restarting on lap 5, here we go. Oh, we're about to go pretty wide. This is about to be nerve-wracking right here. Oh, what our Mason tagged the wall there as he's trying to get through turn 4. Now we gotta catch that slipstream again. Car is tight down here. And now, just like that, I think we lost the slipstream. We're now over half a second behind. And what the heck happened to Mason? Dang, now literally no one is near us. And now he's manually disconnected. Something must have happened to him. God, well, I don't know how the heck this car isn't able to close in. I'm not even close behind Jake, and it's still not able to get anywhere close. Oh, and a cautions came out. Guess we didn't need that caution after all. It's gonna be halfway home once we get around the line a couple times. But now I'm wondering, is it beating up the tires, having to turn more to get through the turns, especially that right rear with the weight jacker being maxed out. I saw the tire temperature spiking right there. But if no one comes in, then it's not justifiable at all to take new tires. What the hell was that? Someone needs to explain what just happened in front of me, because why the hell did he just drive into the pit wall? Alright, so we got the lead because the leader decided to delete himself. I'm still in shock by what just happened, but we're gonna have to get past it. We are leading the way at the restart. It was a decent jump. Just gotta hope the tires can hold throughout. I used to never have to worry about the tires here, but now with the cars handling funny, it's definitely a concern of mine. And Ivan Mir, trying to take the lead away. We're actually going to let him inside so that way we can get slipstream on him. There we go. Curious to see if Henrik is also going to get in on this. But now the gap has opened up slightly. Wonder if he's also dealing with the same handling problems I did before. And now there's about over a second of time behind between Ivan and Henrik. This is surprising, not having to use the weight jacker anymore in the turns. Wonder what's different now that it's got grip into the tires. 6 laps to go. Could we actually do it first try around here? I didn't expect anything like this. I thought it would take multiple tries. 4 laps to go. Gap came down to 7/10 of a second. I could feel I can see the right rear tire temps is kind of getting up there, but not as bad as the first half of a race. And the gap is actually remaining stable. No one's closing in right now. So being in front of the start might actually win after all. I thought we would have to stay in the slipstream for a bit, buy our time. 2 more laps. I was actually worried about a caution coming out at the closing stages of a race, but I forgot. This is INDYCAR. We don't have overtime here. Caution comes out at any point, we win the race. And Henrik has now lost a bunch of time to Ivan, now over a second behind him, as we kind of missed the entry into 3. Not a problem though, as long as we keep the gap open. Final lap right here. I've never once won a race in INDYCAR on the first try. But it might just happen now. Out of turn 2. Gap is down to 7/10. I can see Ivan trying to follow the slipstream as best he can. But he's not able to get enough right now. Through turn 4. Onto the front straightaway. It is going to be an Indianapolis victory on the first attempt. And that's how we finish off this episode. And I think you all know what this means. There you go, that's our little burnout. And thank you all for watching this episode of iRacing Rush. If you want to see more iRacing content like this in the future, please like and subscribe. It'll mean a lot to the channel. See you all another time.